You are listening to the Brilliant Events and Venues podcast, where you learn about everything from unique ideas for attendee engagement to cool venues for hosting your events. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to episode 8 of the Brilliant Events and Venues podcast. My name is Shantae, and I'm the project manager for Scavenger. Today, I want to share some information with you about a recent experience I had as an attendee at an event. Yes, an attendee. Usually, as you know, I'm on the other side of the event. I'm on the side working with the planners and creating the fun experiences. So this time, I actually attended an event as an actual attendee. It was actually kind of weird for a second, but it was cool that I was able to do that and have that experience. So the event that I attended was the Chase for Business Conference, and it was held in Columbus, Ohio at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. And the Columbus Convention Center is very nice as far as a venue is concerned. We've had other events hosted there, but just to kind of put things in perspective, just in case you're thinking about hosting your event at the Greater Columbus Convention Center. It is located downtown, and it is, again, awesome for hosting events. And here's a few reasons why I think you may want to consider that if you're going to be coming to the Columbus area. But here's just a few of my top choices. One is parking. The parking is great. There's parking garages everywhere. And actually, I had to go to the Facebook page just to get this information about the number of spaces. Of course, I wasn't going to go and count these things, but between all the parking that's available, there's over 4,000 parking spaces that give you access to the convention center. Something else that's really cool about the convention center is the fact that it has tons of meeting space. So there's 75 meeting rooms, and it's also known as of today to have the largest known multi-purpose ballroom in the state of Ohio. How cool is that? Another reason that I like the convention center, and you may like it too if you're a planner and you're looking at hosting your event at the convention center, is the fact that the hotels are accessible. I think there's like 2 that's accessible either because it's connected or you can access it by the covered walkway. Now, we're in Ohio. Right now, it's wonderful. It's August. It's warm. It's actually kind of hot, but in the wintertime, it gets really cold in Ohio. So just for you that may be planning an event, if you're coming from a warm place and you're used to that, you can still consider Ohio because of that reason. Again, having the hotels being connected and that you can access the convention center from the covered walkways really does help out with that. One more thing, the Short North District. Yes, the Short North Business District. Really cool restaurants, really cool places to shop. It's also easily accessible and walkable from the convention center. So back to the events. Now, this was great. The event, again, was the Chase for Business event. It was held right here in Columbus, Ohio. They had awesome speakers. One of the speakers that they had was actually Daymond, who was a shark from Shark Tank. He's actually the founder and creator of FUBU. Another speaker that I have, and this is my favorite, I will say this again, he was my favorite. It was Gary V. Gary, you may know him as Gary Vaynerchuk, but on social media, you can find him as Gary V. And he was great, really awesome, really dynamic speaker, definitely had my attention. And he also gave good information, good advice that you can actually apply now. So really good things. If you look out there at the hashtag Chase for Biz, you will see some really good posts that happened right here in the great city of Columbus, Ohio, of people quoting what Gary V said. And it was very, very, very inspiring. So my experiences at this event as an attendee, I will say that the team that put the Chase for Business event together, it was great. Everything was very well organized. Leading up to the event, I got some communication about some important information that I would need to know. Of course, my schedule. I registered like a while back, kind of forgot like what I signed up for as far as breakout sessions. And I'm sure, don't laugh, I'm not the only person that's done that. Get really busy, but I did do that. So getting the information sent to me with my schedule was great. Having the information about parking was awesome. Or when I arrived at the event, I started my day, of course, with my fellow veterans at the Veterans Breakfast. So that was nice. I actually saw some friends there, some people that I already knew. So that was really wonderful, great experience. After the Veterans Breakfast, we actually went on to the general session after a short break, and that's where we got a chance to see Gary Vee, which was awesome. And then after that, I went to two of the breakout sessions, and I'm going to touch a little bit about those because I actually really enjoyed them. The first breakout session I went to was actually hosted and presented by Deborah Fine, and she is a keynote speaker, trainer, and a best-selling author. And the book that she's an author of is called The Fine Art of Small Talk. And that was actually the topic of her breakout session. Deborah's breakout session was awesome, and I'm not just saying that because I won her book. Yes, I did myself, along with someone who I had just met as part of an exercise there. She also won, but I liked how Deborah engaged the audience. I feel like that's very important. She started out her whole presentation engaging the audience, and she was really on the microphone, talking to the audience, looking at the audience, and I probably shouldn't expect anything less since that's what she does. She is like a master of the art of small talk. So Deborah did a great job. The other workshop I went to was hosted by Zen Media, and it was Francisco Martinez. Zen Media's presentation was about digital marketing and your business, and then how to leverage it for growth and customer loyalty. Was actually a really good workshop. I enjoyed that as well. So overall, the Chase for Business event was awesome. It was great. The venue was great. The attendees were awesome. I just love small businesses. There's a different kind of passion that you get when you're working with small businesses. And I say that passionately because I've been doing this for years. And I just really have a soft spot in my heart for small businesses, not just because we are one, but because I love working with them as well. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about that I experienced at the Chase for Business event that I actually thought was kind of cool. So outside of it being very organized, I like the way they use gamification. It was very easy to do, and which I think is very important when you're doing and introducing gamification to an event. But they used social media as a way to gamify the interactions at the event. So what they did was they had a hashtag giveaway. So basically you just post something using their designated hashtag, and they did a random giveaway for an Amazon Echo. Something else I liked is the fact that the photo ops that we got with the keynote speakers, I was actually able to get a photo with Daymond John and my favorite, Gary Vee. So I did appreciate that. It just makes for a very warm, touching event. And again, when you're working with small businesses, that is something that sticks because that's what we do on a daily basis when we're interacting with our customers. And it's just really nice to get that back. The information that was shared was valuable by all of the speakers, from the Veterans Breakfast all the way through the general session. That was wonderful. And then one more thing that I like to add that I don't think I mentioned, that it was free admission. So if I didn't mention that earlier in the podcast, I want to mention that now. The Chase for Business event was a free event, and it was great. And it's just really good to hear the stories of the entrepreneurs and how they got started. Daymond John's story was interesting. Gary Vee's story was interesting. And the local business that was featured was Dos Hermanos. That was very interesting. I love when I hear about husband and wife teams working together and making it happen. And it was just a very inspiring story. So overall, I want to say that my experience as an attendee at the Chase for Business event was very positive. I did spot, again, some areas of opportunity, But that's something that I would reserve. If someone from Chase wanted to contact me, I'd be more than willing to share that. And that's all really I have for this podcast. I just, again, want to say thank you for the invitation. I got to give a special thank you because I found out about the Chase for Business event through another fellow veteran, Kim Tapia. And again, I want to thank you for that, Kim. This was wonderful, wonderful experience. So I look forward to attending other Chase for Business events. And if you have not attended one in your city, I think they're doing tours across the country from what I was seeing on social media. So if you have not attended one, make sure that you go and check it out. It's like totally valuable information. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The venue for Columbus was great. Now, I'm not just saying that because I'm here in Columbus. Just Columbus is just a great city overall. And if you are in Columbus, Ohio, you already know that. For those of you who are not in Columbus, Ohio, you now know. But if you're in other cities and the Chase for Business event is going on, make sure you check it out because, again, the information was great. They were very well organized, and it was just a great event overall. Increase attendee engagement at your events with Scavenger's game-based mechanics. Learn more at scavengerhunt.biz or give us a call at 800-975-5161.